Hey guys, just wanted to come on here really quickly and show you what I'm looking at. So I did take two trades this morning. One big loser, and I'll show you how I just got the floor pulled, the rug pulled right from under me out of nowhere. So it was like a headline about Russia, something like that. That happened at 6 o'clock. And then I had one more trade that I actually had a nice big winner, digging out of that huge flush we saw and then just trading it right back up to where it started. A lot of times in the stock market, um, the way that the market reacts is sometimes an overreaction. So you get these overreactions, and then you find yourself right back to where we started, almost to the penny, 43.43. My first trade, and I'll just show you guys here in a second. My first trade was right here at 540. The trade was looking very nice. And then out of nowhere, we see this massive flush. So, when you're day trading, it's not like I'm going to sit here and just hold it this entire time for a recovery, because it doesn't always work that way. So when it starts to drop, I have to cut the loss. And I did that at 43.30, and it just kept going down to 43.24, making a low of 43.20. So I'm just not going to hold a trade for that long. So this is a 1 minute bar. I'll make this a little bit better to see. This is a 1 minute bar. I didn't have much time to get out of the trade. But during that 1 minute bar is when I was getting out, because I had no idea what was going on. So I see this, get out, and now is when we start to climb. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for the bottoming out, okay? And then the breaking out of this level right here. Once we started to break out, I got in long. My back of mind was up to, 43.40. I saw a rejection here that I didn't like a lot. I didn't love it after it breaks out of this wedge. So, the bounce off this trend line, I was happy to take my profits, right back here, just in case we saw that very similar sell off again, because you are working with a bit of a longer trend line. It was a nice breakout. These technicals matter. But as you can see now, we went from 43.43, and now we're back to below where I exited. So you're never going to get the very top or the very bottom. So that's, two trades, and 27.50. I was down $77. So my last trade was just over $100, which was very, very nice. Very happy with that. So now if we look at the top gappers and what they're doing, they're not doing much. So a lot of times I like to trade momentum, but there's just not much momentum here. These bids are stacked for something with 35 million share float. I don't know how accurate that is. I could always check it out over here on FinViz. Let's see. Shares outstanding, shares float. All right, then I'll check Yahoo Finance, because it's not saying the float. Having multiple you know, websites to look at is definitely important. The float here, it says 1.8 million shares. The float is 1.8 million, and TD has 35 million. So this is trading to me like a very, very, sluggish, higher float type of stock. And if you look back here, the last few days, and if you want to look at the daily chart or the 1 hour anyway, you have this level here where it can't seem to get above. So if I'm looking at this in the pre-market, well, there you go. You have a very big rejection here. Well, I don't know how big, but percentage-wise, from 202 coming down to 1.95, and now it's just floundering around here. It's got 6 million shares of volume, and it's 7:25 a.m. That's a huge amount of volume. The stock has been very heavily traded, but you can see down here on the 5-minute chart. I mean, look at how choppy that is. So not really excited about that. IMPP, this one, it's been up, it's been down, gave us a nice big move back here, and now it looks like we're on the back side of the move. Not really excited about that. Just not excited at all about the pre-market gappers. So when I see that, that's when I jump over and I trade, something else that I could trade technically. Does look like we're pulling back here a decent amount. And that's hitting VWAP here. And then now it's, coming back down. That's why I like to lock in profits when I have them. So that's it. Just a small little recap here, stuff that I'm looking at in the morning. And, the gappers aren't great. So taking this 27.50 and basically, closing up shop here, unless something else pops up on the momentum side, I'm probably just going to sit the rest of the day out. So please hit the thumbs up for the video. Thanks for subscribing.